Okay.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Coach Richardson, and welcome to the Becoming Uncommon podcast. And Becoming Uncommon is just a journey. And when we talk about thriving for greatness, we're going to take so many twists and turns. And with that being said, I have my marvelous guest here, Curtis Beach.
Hello.
Curtis Beach is a decorated athlete, coach, a student of the game, someone that, for me, I'm a little bit older. So as a decathlete, looking at the folklore of this kid coming out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and was going to like set the world on fire. And so always followed your career. But when it comes to track and field, can you please just introduce yourself and what's your background?
So I've been running since I was 7 years old. I started playing soccer, but I got in trouble on purpose so my coach would make me run. That's how I got started running. And so my dad kind of saw like, oh, he likes to run. And then it was just an instant click. Like I just loved running for the sake of running. And then I did started doing multi events in middle school. I just had a bunch of different coaches challenge me to do different events, and then did it through high school. Broke the high school national record at the time, and went to Duke and won a couple NCAA titles and competed professionally for a bit. Made World Indoors. Was a finalist there and had a pretty decent career.
Yeah,
so it was good.
Definitely. Yeah. So in terms of like, if we look back, if I go back to young Curtis, like when he was 18, and I say, hey, in about 10 years or so, not 10 years, but do you see yourself like being in this coaching and in the sphere that you're in now, like in terms of like producing content and being involved in the sport the way you are?
Yeah. I mean, if there's one thing I discovered, especially after I completed my athletic career, is that track needs to be on my terms. Meaning like I create my own world in track. So that's why I'm producing a lot of content, why I'm beginning to build things for track and field athletes and coaches, is that I do way better if it's a little bit more of me doing my own thing as opposed to going to any particular organization. I think that's just a little bit my personality. So I kind of doing it out of, it's not necessity, but this is just a lot closer to what my favorite experiences are. Yeah.
So like owning your truth, because like when going back to your athletic career, as you're going through that, like one thing that I'm noticing, especially now coming into the season, it's like athletes dealing with injury and things like that. Like when we talk about becoming uncommon, a lot of times people think that, they have a plan, they think it's going to go this way, and doesn't mean that their destination is going to change, but there will be twists and turns. There will be things. So are there any like pivotal things that where it might have shaken your faith or what you thought was going to be your path? Like anything that stands out to you, especially, having such a, illustrious track career?
Let's see. I had it very set in my mind from pretty early on, 12, 13, I was going to be a professional track athlete.
Okay.
That was not going to change. I couldn't think of a different reality. I absolutely, like, even after college, I was injured. I just had a Tommy John surgery. I had a terrible outdoor season that year, the worst season I probably ever had outdoors. Injuries, and it looked pretty bleak. I could have easily just ended it there. Wasn't even a consideration. Like I was gonna run pro, and I made it happen. Fortunately, I still had enough of a background in college that made it work, and I had great coaches at Altus that helped me a ton stay healthy and get through that. After that was hard. After that was really hard. That's when I was like, I need to get away from track. And I realized, no, I actually want to be in track. And that was a big swirly miss. The end of the career was hard. I was hanging on and not getting any good results for years and years. And eventually I needed to make a change and pursue a more professional route. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And so like, navigating that, like who are maybe a couple of key, you brought up, your transition from going from college to Altus, like that professional training group, but even reflecting on high school, anybody that was pivotal to you and kind of being able, maybe it was like a mantra of somebody, something somebody told you a long time ago, but they kind of helped you get through it. Any key figures that you can think of?
Like get through
the injury
like
and the transitional period?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it all comes back to all of my previous track coaches, even from when I was a kid. Like there's literally things I remember coaches telling me when I was 8 that I still think of now.
Oh, wow.
You know, like Coach Ken, like Albuquerque Track Club. He's like, I'm a PR guy, not a like first, second, third guy. Like all about PRs. Like he always let the athletes choose their events. Coaches didn't choose their events. Parents didn't choose their events. The kids chose their own events. And so it's even thinking of things like that. It's like I'm rooted in the things that I want to do, not what this other construction should be, especially at that time when I'm finishing track. It's like, oh, do I go get like a real job?
Yeah.
Do I fit into this other mold? It's like, no, like you pursue your own truth. And it's like, so it's even coming back to moments, even from when I was a kid. Same with high school, same with college, and just, you know, Dan Paff, my previous coach, was really, really great with helping me see a broader identity outside of track. Same thing with my coaches at Duke, and just seeing beyond first, second, third. You know?
And so, like, for now, as it relates to, you know, you said like you want to do things on your own terms. If I'm kind of quoting you correctly, is like that's not common. Like that's not commonplace, right? Like what are some of the things that, at least for you, that have given you the confidence to pursue, you know, something like that on your own terms? Because it's daunting. It is because it's all on you, right? Like,
it is, and it's scary. Like the consequences are real.
Yeah.
Like if you fail, like you really feel it.
Yeah.
Like, and the risk is real. You know, I think just having faith and just I know it's going to work out. And then also another big thing for me is finding the things that pull away from, I guess, freedom, so to speak. So like the less that I needed, the easier it was to pursue it. So if I didn't need a particular lifestyle of a house or something, or if I didn't have any debt, or if I wasn't gonna buy a big car or something like that and have a lot of debt, which ties me to like this need, or if I didn't need a certain title at a certain company, and all my friends have these great jobs or VPs and stuff. It's like, well, if I don't need all of these things, like then I could really live my life.
Yeah.
And it was really just stripping away need to be able to do that.
Yeah. So like on this path, because at least from I remember Curtis Beach, Altus, college, even high school stuff, and now seeing like you've had such a tremendous impact on especially the local community kids in this area, like track people.
Yeah, it's been fun.
But even like people you've helped and connected with people from across the country. And is there something or anything in particular that has stood out to you that's like shocking? Like you knew you were going to go down this path, right? You've made a decision to go down this path and kind of, you know, be that conduit for the sport. Anything shocking to you? Like I did not expect this in terms of like maybe connection, reach.
I mean, I didn't expect the Instagram to grow so fast. That was pretty shocking. And just the reception from it. Like, it's been overwhelmingly positive. Yeah. It was very, very scary to start. And I'd literally been procrastinating on that for 3 years.
Really?
Like, I was not going to do it. I had a whole list of ideas for content. And I had I shot it. I edited it. I would not post. All of these things. Yeah, for 3 years, since like 2021. I kid you not.
We got to pull out the archives.
Oh yeah, they're terrible videos. They probably do awful.
It's good.
But like, and my first videos I posted were bad.
Yeah.
They were bad. Okay. And so the only way you can learn is like actually doing it and learning from your mistakes. So it's like you just put it out there, and eventually something flipped. It was like, I'm either gonna do it or I'm not.
Yeah.
You know, and so the surprising was how positive the reception has been, and that what I hope is valuable actually is. You know, that's been really fun.
Yeah, one thing you told me, we're kind of in a group, and I forget what coach it was. They were like, "Curtis, man, we see you everywhere now, right?" and one of the things you said was like, the stuff I thought was like hard hitting, deep, is not connecting as much as the stuff is just easy, simple, like what you took for granted as information, right? And so. Are you still kind of that mindset? Because that was maybe like 6 months ago.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So now that's a little bit. That was very surprising. Yes, for sure. Yeah. So like the stuff that I guess we're focused on is like college coaches and even as college athletes, pro athletes. Is we've done really well with the fundamentals. We know we need to master the fundamentals, but then we're also kind of looking at maybe more advanced things, and that's where our mind is. but that's not the audience,
Mhm.
right? A lot of times, and the audience just needs like, wear your sweatpants when it's cold.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I would never think of that.
Yeah.
But so I think now I've kind of gotten a little better with being simple, and it's kind of
Mhm.
coming a little more natural.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was a very surprising thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like, so like peeling back the layers, you're like stuff you take for granted,
hmm
right? Information that you're just like, oh, everybody knows this
yeah.
is
Like
not so
you do an
common.
easy warm up lap, or like you don't do the entire full warm up before every single event as you go through a meet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? It's like you're already warm.
Yeah.
Just do a couple strides, maybe
Mhm.
leg swings, but you don't need to do like 2 laps
Yeah.
and the whole stretch routine and the whole sprint drill routine 4 times in a meet.
Yeah.
And my high school athletes would do that.
Mm.
And it's like I never knew this was wrong because
Yeah.
I never had to think about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all of those things. And what's funny is like those are the posts that do the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because with me being involved in like USA Track and Field Coaches Education, it's a lot of times we do take information for granted,
hmm
and like we just take it like, so when we teach things, we teach with the level of assumption of
Yeah.
like base knowledge or experience. But now like looking
Mhm.
forward to, like what's ahead, or what are some of the plans or aspirations you have maybe in the next 5-10 years?
Yeah. Yeah, like look, I kind of like the idea of looking things in like Olympic cycles, the
Okay,
4-year cycles.
okay.
It just kind of makes
You're
sense
just
to me.
conditioned to that. What
I'm
are you
conditioned
talking
to
about?
that, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
works.
That's-
Yeah, it's like you can think of it a year, you can think of it in 4 years. It's just a perfect amount of
Yeah.
time. Ultimately, I want my business. Like right now, I've established like my coaching business. Like
Mhm.
everything's fine, stable, in person. I want enough sustainable revenue to be coming in online
Mhm.
and through digital product sales. And that just opens up a little bit more freedom in
Mhm.
my life, and also has a lot more scale as far as where these lessons can go.
Yeah.
Because if I can produce something that's really, really good that people can buy over and over again, and the knowledge that I've been lucky to get over this long period of time could just spread
Yeah.
wherever. And then the benefits more people, and then I have a little bit more freedom in my life to just like I love location independence. I love traveling, and that would open door to that. So that's what I want to achieve by the end of this year, and by the next 4 years, I mean, I want to build some really cool products.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got your innovative mind going.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's step by step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this. I used to be probably too ambitious with creating new products. I would just shoot like, maybe I'll raise venture capital
Yeah, yeah,
funds.
yeah,
I was not there, and I'm
Okay.
still not there.
Mhm.
I was the 9th grader who wanted to go to the Olympics next year.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, get to the state championship, make it to college.
Yeah.
Right now, like, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
getting up there, but I want to do like I want to, there's it doesn't stop,
No.
And so right now I'm creating the first digital products, and we'll
All
see
right.
see how it goes.
That's awesome. I mean, because research shows like, especially for like coaches education and like development stuff, middle school is the biggest capture that is like untapped, like that middle school audience. And I think whether you realize or not,
I
you're
don't,
probably
no.
tapping into
Yeah.
that more than you realize. And
Yeah, the people who follow me are like a lot of parents.
yeah, yeah,
A lot of
of the
parents.
middle schools probably.
Probably middle schoolers. Yeah. Yeah.
So
that is interesting. Yeah.
like I'm thinking now too, like, are there any like, I mean, we'll just take this year, right?
Sure.
Any like success stories that you're just extremely proud of, or like any connections or relationships you've made through your endeavors so far that have just like, just take your breath away, or like one of those things that just knocked you off your feet in terms of like the experience?
Yeah. I think two big things.
Okay.
One, so I'm a part of the Point Loma Nazarene track and field staff, and being able to take that group of women like just to a great place. Be a part of that team and that culture, and put high standards up for them, and just seeing the growth and the journey with that is amazing. I also started a club team here in San Diego.
Oh, okay. What's the name?
And I just called it Beach Track Club.
All right.
I didn't want to call it my name, but it
Yeah, no,
just
it works.
makes sense. It works. It's brand on social media is my
Yeah.
name, and it's
Mhm.
like online. Yeah, I just call
All
it
right.
my name. I didn't. Yeah, whatever. It
But
is
you're
what it
in
is.
San
Yeah.
Diego with
I'm
a
in San
beach,
Diego at
so
the
it's like,
beach. Yeah, I could.
I mean, it
Yeah,
has layers.
it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fine. But it's fine. So I just call it that, and then we have a great group of like very committed high school runners,
Okay.
and they're really, really good. They're very like very into it. Like they inspire me. Like it's like I need to show up because of how invested they are.
Okay.
And so getting that group together and just almost creating this ecosystem of high performance kind of just out of thin air with the group of athletes that came in, starting with one-on-one coaching and then putting everyone together. And then it's like, oh, here now we have a club team, and it's like, oh, here we go. Like
Yeah.
we got a good team.
Yeah.
That's been really wonderful that I wouldn't have thought I'd ever really do. So
I mean, side note, like, would you,
Yeah.
because you have like some amazing mentors and you've experienced some of the best track coaches
Yeah.
around, right? Like, so
Yeah.
your exposure to great track is pretty high. And obviously having competed at a high level, have you thought about working with elite or, post-collegiate individuals?
I'm not at the point in my life where I could sustain that right now.
Okay.
I think I haven't. There will probably be a point where I do, but that's not where my mind has been at.
Okay.
Just because the level of just in-person investment is so high. I'm focused on social media growth. I'm focused on building my own products. The high schoolers I work with, I devote a lot of attention to, and I love the development of that. And honestly, like if I'm going to grow a business, that flat out is more revenue producing than working with pro athletes.
Yeah.
It just is. I can sustain it doing that. And so until I'm able to build my own world where I can have my own revenue system, whether it's in-person coaching or online coaching, I think when that gets stable, then I'll be able to give my time to the pro athletes and hopefully not even charge them.
Yeah.
Who knows what it would be.
Because like, at least how I feel, you have the experience, the knowledge, the insight that would really benefit, especially like a post-collegiate individual. So
appreciate saying that.
I definitely, I when it does happen, it's going to be exciting to watch you work with that group because that's what you're hitting it right on the head. You know what it takes to do that, and you're like, I don't have the bandwidth to do that right now or commit to that.
Right.
So I'm not even going to even think about it.
Yeah.
But because you're that self-aware or that level of self. And that'd be a really cool endeavor.
It would be, yeah. Maybe the next Olympic cycle.
Yeah.
Maybe 28 to 32.
Yeah. Well, shoot, it might be the high school kids coming back around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, might be them. It might be the same group. Exactly. Yeah.
So when you get old like me, you start seeing things come around, start coaching kids.
That's a really good point.
Yeah. So it will come up. But as we wrap up, anything that you would, two things, advice you would give to your younger self to maybe, or at least reflect on. I want you to talk to coming out of high school, Curtis Beach, right? And then where can they find you?
So the advice I'd give to myself. This is very particular to me and like where my whole mentality was, but I think that there's probably a lot of other athletes that think that, especially track athletes. You are a lot more than your achievements. I think I rooted my achievements so closely to my identity, and it was crazy because there's so much reward from it. Like you win a state championship, you get all this reward. You win a national championship, you get even more reward. There's all this notoriety, and it's very easy for a formative like high school athlete, like you're just a kid, and for that to connect to your identity so deeply is great. But I would just tell myself, like, you are your values and actions, not your achievements. Like the person you are to achieve this is more and deeper than those achievements. And that person can like exhibit itself like in many different areas and not just this one narrow thing. So if something doesn't go great in track, like you're still that person. That's what I would tell myself and tell like a lot of the younger athletes. And you can find me on my Instagram, just Curtis Beach. That's the best place to find me. I have a website called Beach Track Club. It's forming. It's probably not even. It'll be out by the time this comes out. So but yeah, I mean, those are my two places, and hopefully appreciate you sharing the journey and
All
everything.
right.
Yeah, all
Awesome.
that. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So with that being said, again, Curtis Beach, make sure you look him up. I know that you've either run across his information or seen one of his posts, but when it comes down to it, like when we look at our journey and the things that we're going to endeavor, we don't know what the future is going to hold. And one thing's for certain though, if you do want something, you got to manifest it, and you have to make sure that you put the work in and that you just don't hide your 2021 videos.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Get started. Like whatever it is, just get started.
Yeah,
Like you
just do
don't
it.
learn. There's all this theory. Like I wish I started earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah, yeah.
awesome. All right, other than that, be uncommon. Thanks.